Hi everyone. Before I start explaining my classroom, I just want to say as an itinerant, and I'm not a district employee, I do work for the IU. I don't have a classroom in any of the buildings I'm in, nor is it appropriate for me to kind of rearrange a classroom that I'm using. So this, I approached it as my dream classroom. If I was in a school or a district employee in my position, how would I want to rearrange my classroom? It's a big classroom. I'm sure if I was given a classroom, it wouldn't be this large. But like I said, I just kind of did a dream room type thing. So for mine, I'm using the station rotation model. So I'm going to make sure I had a direct section, which is over here, a collaborative section over here, and then an individual section. My job's a little different. I don't have a room full of 18 or 18 plus or however many students. Max students I meet with is 3. So that gives my students some different options for seating. But anyways, start with direct. I have that towards the front of the room with the projector behind me. I chose a kidney-shaped table just because I felt as though that would give me space to lay things out. With a lot of my middle school students, we work on organization, so we'd be able to make piles, organize, a little different shape than just a rectangle. Over in collaborative, I have 2 student tables that are there, individual or I guess independent station. I have some beanbag chairs, some desks. Ideally, I would love if some of those could be standing desks. I love the idea of flexible seating. We were able to get a standing desk in one of my first graders' rooms. He gets to utilize that as well as so does everyone else in the class. And it's become something the students kind of work for and they love it. It gives them something different than sitting in a desk all day. Like I mentioned before, my job's a little different. Never do I have a bunch of kids in my room. So if a student is in there working and it's just me and 3 kids, they could kind of pick where they wanted to work. I'm pretty flexible. I'm not very picky as long as my kids are working and we're getting it done. I've done my sessions walking around the school with kids. So if I have to move my stations around pending where my students feel comfortable sitting or want to sit, I think I could do that. Especially given the number of students that I am providing for at once. Over here for collaborative, I also have an easel. Kind of thinking about in some of the rooms I'm in. My fiance uses the hybrid or station rotation model, and he has kind of like whiteboards in his collaborative area, and the expectations are listed there. Or today, like go check your digital agenda, different tasks even, or this is what you're supposed to work through. Just another reminder for them where to look, how to get started, and some behavior expectations. So I thought just having an easel there where I could put that right in front of them, another space they could look at if they have any questions. I think that's really all. My main thing is if given the opportunity to have classroom, I know I mentioned the flexible seating, I'd be all for it. I'd really want to play around with it. I think it was kind of hard for me to visualize just because I'm not used to having my own room. But one more point I want to make is that I kind of try to space like the direct up in the front, and I'd want to be able to see. I'd obviously be kind of behind the kidney table and like a little cutout. I could have eyes on everyone in the room, and I think that's important because even though I'm working in the direct station, I want to be making sure everyone's on task in my room, and from that position, I think I would be able to. I think that's it, but thank you.